All right, let's go on to our overs. Our favorite overs of the week, guys. I'll start this one off too. I alluded to it a little bit earlier, but I am going with the over in the Friday night game in Brazil. Give me the
Brazil.
over 46 and a half. It's a big number with the Chiefs and the Chargers. This is
Nice.
two teams that historically, I'm going to say this. The Chiefs and the Chargers is one of my favorite rivalries in the entire NFL. I
Oh,
feel like these two constantly deliver excellent, fun games. And with all of the talk this offseason about both these teams, it's all been centered around their offenses. We know about the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes coming off of a blowout loss in the Super Bowl in a down year for him statistically in 2024. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and lights the world on fire, reminds people who he is, that he is the top quarterback in the game. And then the other side, we have Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. They have to redeem themselves after a disappointing
yeah.
going out sad in the playoffs. And they have a hotshot rookie, Omarion Hampton, who I absolutely love. They've brought back Keenan Allen. I think this offense should be better despite the loss of Rashawn Slater. I think this should be a shootout, and I think the NFL is going to give the people of Brazil a game that is exciting and fun. So I'm going with
Oh.
the Chiefs and the Chargers over 46 and a half.
Oh.
Hey, guess what?
That's
I'm with you, Spence, only on one reason. If them damn Chiefs and Chargers are playing on the same field that the Eagles and Packers did last year, where everyone was slipping and sliding, we're looking at 70, maybe 60 points, big dog. So I'm excited for this game. Usually these games are around like 24-21
mhm.
in Arrowhead and Kansas City. You know what? I like the conditions. It's probably still a little bit hot, I would assume, in Brazil. I'm not a geographic guy. I'm assuming it's a little warm. So guess what, man? Hey, I like the over.
You're not going to get any geography here on Big Game Energy. I promise you
No,
that. We're not geography experts here.
definitely not.
Unless, Giselle, are you like super well versed in geography?
For the most part. Nothing crazy, but I know very
Places.
I
Yeah.
know places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
you
the
know.
temperature in Brazil right now, Giselle?
I mean, I don't know, but they have like more of like a tropical, like hot climate, anyways.
Look, that's and guess what? Hey, guess what? And also a good thing. Hey, none of these two teams are wearing green. Remember last year?
Oh
Don't wear
yeah,
That's
green,
true.
bro.
We thought gangs were going to be shooting up the stadium because the Eagles
dude.
and Packers wore green colors. Yeah.
But they were like,
Well,
"Hey man, y'all cool. We like y'all here. It's chill."
Yeah.
all right. Giselle, who is your over? What
Oh
game
my
is
god.
your over for this week?
Okay, my over for this week is gonna have you guys gagged. Okay,
Uh-oh.
I'm going purely off of just these are two fairly bottom of the barrel teams that I think it could be such a crap show that it can have the ability to go
It
over
happens.
46 and a half. So give me the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh God,
Okay.
dude.
I've got to hear why, Giselle. This is an interesting one to me. Go ahead.
For first and foremost, with all the fun jazz, you have Travis Hunter, who just welcomed a new baby with his wife. They're
Mm.
allowing him to play both positions week one. So I just want to see how this all turns out. And I feel that they're not strong enough to withhold one another to have a close, tight game. Like it's not going to be like a UT Ohio State situation where
Oh.
even if you mess up, they're still going to hold you back. No, if you happen to just perfect moment, you run, no one's going to be stopping you. I feel like this is going to be like a high school game.
All right. James, thoughts?
My thoughts are one and one thing only, Spence. This is our first battle between picks.
Oh, really? You're going on the under on this one, huh?
Oh!
so, so that's yeah. So I have nothing to say but good luck.
All right. James, let's keep it with you. Who's your over for week one?
So I was going to go a different direction. I was going to go with the oddball, but I decided, you know what? We may not get him healthy all season long, so why not just do it week one, get it out the way. Give me the Dolphins and Colts over 46 points, 46 and a half points, sorry. Because like I mentioned, Tua is on the field week one. I am very happy betting those numbers because you know with him, Waddle, Hill, and
Mm-hmm.
A-Chain, They're a top
Mhm.
10 offense. That's no doubt. Now, of course, yes, the Colts do have they got a little bit of a defense. I'm not saying they're the best, they're not the worst, but they got something in the middle. Now, the other side is, in my question, how many points are the Dolphins going to give up to Daniel Jones? Because in my opinion, and Spence and Jiselle, y'all might not agree with me. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than AR-15. I'm not going to do all that. But if one thing's for sure, if he can have about 66, 67% passing in that game, keep the ball in plus, I think this game could get to about, in my opinion, I see this with if Miami can score how I think, if they can get just if they can get 28 points, I'm going to feel comfortable. It's going to be about 28-24. So I'm going around 52. Give me 52. So I'll take the over 46.5. Dolphins and Colts. But like I said, if this was week 8, I probably would have took the under because Tua is probably not playing. But week 1, I get Tua. Let me get it out the way.
For the record, James, I just want to point this out. The Miami Dolphins defense in 2024, they were top 10 in both categories, points and yards. Just saying.
Really?
Just saying. In fact, and they were fourth in yards.
Fourth
Now,
in yards.
there was
Man.
there was a massive gap between the Eagles and the rest of them, but the Dolphins slid in there at the fourth best defense in terms of yardage allowed last year. But all that to say, I do agree with you. I do think that they have lost some pieces there. And I'll say this too. You mentioned Minka Fitzpatrick being added to that secondary. Based on what we heard in Pittsburgh, I'm not sure that's a good thing. That there were a lot of people ready to run Minka Fitzpatrick out of town, and there were anonymous reports about players not doing their job and kind of just freelancing, doing their own thing. And 2 + 2 = 4. I think them trading him in the fashion that they did, just randomly in the offseason, I think that was Minka Fitzpatrick. So who knows if he's really a positive impact for that defense at all.
Who
And I
knows?
think these are two teams that are just, it's gross, but hey, everyone seems to be getting 46.5 points this week. So why
Right.
not?
We're gonna
Someone's got to go over. Someone's got to go under. I
Someone
don't
does,
hate it
yeah.
at all. All righty. That brings us to our unders.
Ugh.
James, your under is the Jags and the Panthers under 46.5. Tell us why.
Yeah. So I obviously my only statistic since 2003, home teams in week 1 with spreads between -4 and +4 are 38-2 to the under when facing an opponent similar statistic wise regular season wins. I know within a 3-game win, but what I have is teams that have won 4 of the last 5 in the season, and then when their total is 48 or less, the opponent allows over 3.5 yards per rush. So I'm going this vibe right here. I know we've all talked about, like, for me, for a Carolina guy, I know I want Bryce Young to go off. I know some folks in Jacksonville need Trevor Lawrence to go off. So that everyone's thinking this is gonna be the game that all the points go off. But in my opinion, I just don't see Trevor Lawrence and them going up and down the field as much for my liking. Of course, I just think deep down like this is going to be a 24-20 game. Now it gets close to that 46, but like you said, Spence, some got to go over, some got to come under, and I think this is just one where ball management for Bryce Young is going to be the key. And I think if he can hold on to some of these possessions, get 10, 13 plays right out the way, booyah. I'm happy because I know Bryce Young and them could probably win this game really outright too. Yeah, I think they could win. Like I said, 24-20 is my liking, but that's where I'm going. I know it's a weird stat from 2003, so it's a little weird, but yeah, that's where I'm vibing with this.
Okay. Fair enough. Jiselle, I know that's going against your pick.
So
It's
good
okay.
luck. So good luck.
It's okay.
Giselle, who is your under for week 1?
I feel like out of all the things to pick, the under is probably one of the most difficult because at
Totally
least for
agree.
week 1, everyone's pretty much at the same number.
Week 1's a tough one to bet because a lot of people think the favorites are going to win, and you see a lot of underdogs, and you think a lot of points are coming on the board. Then you see, heck, there was a time last year, and Spence and Jiselle, you'll probably remember, like there were a lot of teams last year were like 1-4. Like there was like 8 teams like 1-4 or 1-3, and then if we remember, the quarterback production was so off from like week 1 to week 4 with like guys that we knew. And it was weird. Like I said, it just depends how fast they get off the blocks. And yeah.
Okay.
Giselle didn't say her under, fool.
She didn't. Giselle, who you got as your under? I know it's
love how
hard.
Spencer was like, okay. No, but honestly, if I did have to pick the safest bet because they have the highest point value, right? I think I have no choice but to go with Baltimore and Buffalo.
Oh, come on. You're picking that as your
dang.
under?
Dude,
Why do you hate fun?
I don't know. I just
Man.
like they both would have to score more than 25 points on each side.
Hey, look, come on, Giselle. You
here's
tell
the
me
problem,
you telling me
is
we
I
can't
can
get a
see-
27-24 game?
Someone can go to 27 easily. It's just I don't know, guys. Like I'm genuinely
Okay.
struggling with this pick. I don't know.
I'll give Giselle one key token, Spence, and you know this because we did this a lot. It's the prime time unders. For some odd reason, we want a good. Hey, remember that one Monday Night Football game, Chiefs and Rams, was like 54-51.
Yep.
We don't get those. We don't get those.
Those are rare.
So these prime time unders, they are a good trend, Giselle. So I'll let it ride. But if I swear to God, if it 35-31, I'm coming after you.
You should.
Well, that's the thing. You're right, Giselle. Unders are not fun to pick
They're
because
not.
you're looking at games, you're going, this is going to be a boring game. So for you to wish that on the Sunday Night Football opener with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, I'm not going to say it's a bad pick. It's just like, why do you hate fun?
Yeah.
Why
come on,
do you want us
don't
to have a
hate
bad
those
time?
are the previous 2 MVPs, and you said, you know what? I want a 17-10 game. That's what you just said. That's what you just said.
Because you know why? You want to know why?
Let's hear it.
Why?
Because both of these mother truckers be choking at the last moment.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to
Something's
give,
gotta
man.
give.
Something's got to give.
Well,
What is the truth? The Ravens have a really big arsenal, so they can really take it from beneath them. I don't know. I love fun, mind you. I love fun, but this is the one game for the entire week 1 that had the highest point projection. That if I were to put them in half, reasonable, they'd have to both score over 25 points. I'll have to take that.
Fair enough. I will bring us home. My under for week 1, I am going to one of the lowest point totals of the entire week, which I know is ballsy. And actually, upon further review, it is the lowest point total for the entire week. And it's the only one that's under 40 points. But I am projecting an under 38.5.
Oh.
And Aaron Rodgers returned to New York with the
Hey.
Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking under 38.5 points because, look, this is 2 teams where I don't believe in either offense fully. With the Jets and Justin Fields, I'm just not feeling it. I love Justin Fields' outlook in fantasy because of his rushing upside, but when it comes to him actually winning a football game and putting points on the scoreboard, I am not convinced that's going to be any improvement whatsoever over what you would get from Tyrod Taylor, his backup. And then on the other side,
The GOAT.
yes, I love DK Metcalf. I think he's a great player. But other than that, who is Aaron Rodgers going to be throwing the ball to? I'm supposed to believe in Calvin Austin and Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth and Jalen Warren and Caleb Johnson, the rookie out of Iowa. What are these weapons they've surrounded a ancient dinosaur Aaron Rodgers with? These are 2 offenses I don't believe with. And then on the other side of the ball for both teams, I actually love a lot of the defensive players in this game. Quinnen Williams, I think, is one of the best defensive linemen in the. And then, of course, Steelers, you got TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward. This is going to be 2 defensive teams going head-to-head with flawed offenses. 38's the number. That's really low. But I see this being some gross, like 13-9 game. It's just going to be disgusting. It's on the 12 o'clock noon slate.
Yeah.
So we'll see it in the Octo Box on Red Zone, but I don't think we're going to see it much the rest of the day in between all the commercials that we're going to have to deal with now with NFL Red Zone. God, I'm so mad about that.
R.I.P. Streamies.
Okay.
How can they do this to us?
Hang on. I'm glad you bring this up, Giselle. We can end the show with this. Stream East is not and will not ever die. Jiselle, after we get done recording, I will give you some links, but Stream East is a hydra. When you cut off one link, 3 others pop up in its place and they keep functioning. And the link I have right now, at the bottom, they have a list of all of their mirrored sites. So Stream East will never die. It is for the people forever.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm not going to
maybe
tell it
we'll hop on
to all the fans because we got to keep it on the DL.
We
That's
gotta
how
keep it on
Stream
the
East will
DL.
stay around. We got to keep it on the DL.
Hey, subscribe to the channel and we'll give you that.
Yeah.
For
Hey,
real,
yeah.
good
If you
sauce.
subscribe, if we get to 500 subscribers by the end of like week 4, I'll give it to y'all.
Damn.
I'll give it to y'all.
All
I
right, man.
love
Hey,
that.
it's a
But y'all-
challenge.
Worst case scenario, TikTok lives.
That's true. That's true. Those will always be in a thing as well. Yeah. But y'all
Yeah.
let us know in the comments who's got the best picks. And also let us know in the comments. We haven't come up with a punishment for the loser of our competition yet. So what should the loser of Big Pick Energy have to do by the end of the season? Y'all let us know in the comments, and we will see you again next time for week 2.
Give me my money.